we here at the Illini guys don't spend much time applauding Indiana players of any sport. But we want to give props to this though. Lamar Wilkerson, transfer from Sam Houston to go to IU for his what we think will be his final year. But again, who knows? 5 for 5. And then the NIL money that he turns around and he gives a 6-figure donation back to the Sam Houston program. He says, because I want them to succeed. How cool is that? You leave a team, go to a Power 4 team, you get a big bag, and the first thing you do is give back to the team that made you, help train you in one of the top 3-point shooters in college basketball.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, you think about this situation. Usually they buy like a house or a car for their mom. You know, that's the story, right? It's always in the movies. I gave the other school some dough, which I really think is cool because that's a kid who's appreciative of where he's at. You know what I mean? He appreciates where he's been, appreciates where he's at, and I think that's really cool.
COOL. What's that spell? Cool.
Call? Oh, okay.
That's like the
You're asking difficult questions, Mike.
Exactly. So it's sorry.
I thought Larry would get the movie I was talking about.
There you go. So I love it. Actually, what was funny, I was actually thinking about Dave Chappelle, and I'm waiting for one of these guys to come out and do like a grits and gravy. Bought my mama a house, put the rest on pay, say pay.
Yeah.
Somebody out there just got that joke. Hey, no joking how awesome Clayton Kershaw is, and the Dodger legend in my mind, announcing this is his final year. He's going to hang it up after 2025. What a career. One of the all-time greats of this generation. There's no question.
Yeah, he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Probably should be unanimous, but nobody's unanimous hardly because, we got to have one guy who's angry at the world because Kershaw gave up a home run to Matt Adams in the playoffs or something. So, no, yeah, but he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And what I like about Kershaw, he's actually, he's a good dude. Like, people like him. You know what I mean? Most of the people around baseball really respect him and like him.
Yeah, he's one that you just don't hear bad stories about. So it's kind of nice to see that on top of the talent that he has on the field. And that those two things don't always mesh together. So it's nice to see it when it happens.
Yeah, 37 years old. He'll be 38 next spring training. And again, just what an amazing career. 3-time Cy Young Award winner, MVP. Of course, World Series champ. I mean, won the ERA title 5 times. Just Gold Glover. I mean, he's just been fantastic. Clayton Kershaw. Got a chance to watch him in the playoffs back in 2014 in Atlanta, and was just the man. You're right. He just went out and just did his job and was always, like you said, a good guy. Okay, one thing we just realized, we got so caught up in the season that we forgot what we usually do in the last couple of years at the end of the show, and that is make our picks. Brad thinks Mike and I are just afraid to go against him. He may be right. But anyway,
I believe I won 1 week last year.
You did. You won 1. I might have tied for 1, I think. So
everybody's
we'll bring it back and see if we can top Brad the Greek on this. All right, Illinois, Indiana is the first game. Who you got?
I really think Illinois is a tough matchup for them just because Indiana can throw the ball around and Illinois got injury and defensive back. But I like Brett Bielema. I like what did they say? I like the look in their eyes. So give me the Illini to get the dub.
Yeah, I think this Indiana team actually has better starters than they had last year, but they don't have the depth that they had last year. So I think Illinois is going to win on a late drive, yet another one by Luke Altmaier. I don't know if he's going to throw a touchdown pass. Maybe it'll be a field goal, but the late drive by cool hand Luke.
Yeah, I'm taking the Illini. Like I said, there's just something different about this team. I think the Duke game was, for me, that's a watershed. I may be wrong. We'll see. But I think that's a moment where that second half you came out and really dominated a team that, again, won, 9 games last year? This isn't a program that's a slouch. And so people are saying they haven't played any good teams yet. Duke's a decent team, and they got it done pretty handily. Indiana hasn't been tested yet. I'm going with the Illini. Okay, another really intriguing matchup. Michigan at Nebraska. Michigan 2-1, that tough loss at Oklahoma. They're ranked. Nebraska isn't, but they're 3-0 and looking good under third-year head coach Matt Rule.
Yeah, this is a very interesting game. Obviously, in Lincoln, that makes it a little different animal. I think this is almost a must-win game for Michigan, but it's also a must-win game for Nebraska to kind of show that they're back, right? And this is so if Nebraska does win this game, they have a great chance to make a run all the way to November. then we're talking about Nebraska in the college football playoff if they could, but they got to win against Michigan. And I think Nebraska will get this win against Michigan.
Yeah, I think the rule is that Matt Rule tends to win big his third year at a school. So I'm going to go with Nebraska. And I also think while Underwood is extremely talented, it's a lot to ask a kid to go play in front of 90 or 100,000 of screaming, crazy Nebraska fans. That may be one of the biggest home field advantages in the country. And to expect a freshman to go have a great game there is asking an awful lot.
Yeah, you guys are
Mike. You're thinking of volleyball. You're thinking of volleyball.
Yeah, exactly. They have even more there for volleyball.
Exactly. That's right. 92,003. Remember that? Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are still my notes. Mike, I had the same thing. Matt Rule, third year at Temple, won 10 games. Third year at Baylor, won 11 games. It's his third year at Nebraska. And Brad, you're right. You look at the schedule. If they can beat Michigan, the rest of the way, they have only 2 ranked teams on the schedule. They're against USC on November 1st. They're at Penn State then on November 22nd. That's it. The other games are beatable. They could be an 11-1, 10-2 team coming up. You're right. I take the Huskers as well. Okay, finally, Florida is at Miami. The Gators, all of a sudden, talk about desperate for a win. They got to win this one.
They do. Billy Napier, and I think it's going to come down. Mike and I were talking in the break. It's DJ Legway. If he throws it more to his team, it will give them a much better chance of winning the game. I know that's crazy, but no, I like I like Miami to win this game. I think that Florida is just in the mode where the pressure's on because they know they're playing for their coach's job. And I feel like Miami is just a program that's kind of turned the corner a little bit, and they're back to being the Canes.
Yeah, I think, Cristobal's finally got a handle on late game, the way the team plays and uses the clock. Maybe he's got a special coach who does that for him. But they did a lot of the little things right that they haven't done recently against Notre Dame. And I think that bodes poorly for a lot of the teams that play them, especially in Miami.
Yeah, that's true. Hate to be a copycat and go to Miami as well. So, hey, we're all going to look really good here the first week, or really bad.
Or
see what happens. Exactly.
Yeah, Brad. Look how nervous Brad looks now that he's got all of his picks the same as me.
Exactly. He's like, well, what's up with that?
The colors went out of his skin.
I'm thinking, I said, crap, I'm going 0-3. Jeez.
Can I change one? Is it too late? All right. Hey, we got to run. Man, much love to our friend Brian Barhart. We're going to miss you on the call. But, sir, congratulations to you, Brian Barnhart, and your family, your lovely daughter. Congratulations on the wedding on Saturday. We will be rooting for you guys in spirit. And go Illini. Thanks again to everybody stopping by. Enjoy the game. 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Saturday night on NBC. We're right back here, same time, same station next week. Until then, ILL.
I know.
I.